Did you know that it took until 1985 for the word period to be used on television in reference to menstruation? Yes, you heard it right. It's hard to believe, but for the longest time, this natural biological process was considered too taboo to mention on screen. Society's reluctance to openly discuss menstruation was deeply entrenched, leading to a delay in its mention on mainstream media. But in 1985, a brave show decided to challenge the status quo. The reactions it received were mixed, to say the least. While some praised the show for its boldness, others were taken aback, highlighting just how deep societal inhibitions ran. Yet, this marked an important milestone in breaking down barriers and starting conversations about menstruation, and that, folks, was the first step towards normalizing conversations about menstruation on mainstream media. Imagine munching on broccoli that tastes like bubblegum. Seems strange, right? Well, that's precisely what the fast food giant McDonald's attempted to do in an effort to make broccoli more appealing to children. The idea was simple. If kids love bubblegum and despise broccoli, why not combine the two and create a win-win situation? The outcome, however, was far from what was expected. When McDonald's unveiled its bubblegum-flavored broccoli, the reaction from the public was, unsurprisingly, one of confusion and disbelief. Parents were skeptical, and the kids? Well, they were less than thrilled. It turns out that the strange concoction confused the taste buds more than anything else. The sweet, sugary taste of bubblegum didn't quite go with the earthy, green crunch of broccoli. So, bubblegum-flavored broccoli was a swing and a miss. But you've got to give McDonald's points for creativity. Zombies might not be real, but there are some fungi out there that can turn insects into zombie-like creatures. Yes, you heard that right. Certain types of fungi, like the Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, employ a method that's nothing short of a horror film plot. They infect insects, most notably ants, and then take control of their brains. It's a fascinating and somewhat terrifying process that demonstrates the remarkable and sometimes eerie power of nature. Once infected, the ant is compelled to abandon its colony, climb to an ideal spot with just the right humidity and temperature, and then latch onto a leaf or twig. The fungus then grows inside the ant, feeding off its body, before sprouting a spore-releasing stalk right out of the ant's head. The spores then disperse, infecting other ants and starting the cycle anew. So, next time you see a mushroom, remember some of its distant cousins are out there creating real-life zombies. Oranges, the fruit that's named after its color, ironically, weren't always orange. Now that's a twist. So how did we end up with the familiar citrusy delight we know and love today? Well, the journey is quite fascinating. Our story begins in Southeast Asia, where the first wild oranges were found, but these weren't the vibrant orbs we're accustomed to. They were green. Yes, you heard that right. They were green due to the warm climates and the chlorophyll they produced, which helped to camouflage the fruit amidst the verdant foliage. Over centuries, farmers began selectively breeding these green oranges, favoring those with a sweeter taste and brighter color. This process, known as artificial selection, eventually led to the creation of the orange-colored oranges we enjoy today. So, the next time you enjoy your orange, remember, its ancestors were probably quite different in color. Can you guess the only letter that doesn't appear in any US state name? Give it a thought. We all know the English alphabet consists of 26 letters, right? Well, here's a fun fact. Out of all those letters, there is one that has been left out. It's the letter that follows P and precedes R. You've got it. It's the letter Q. Surprising, isn't it? Despite the abundance of Q in our daily lives, it seems to have been left out when it came to naming the states of the US from Alabama all the way to Wyoming. There isn't a single Q to be found. Not in the sunny state of California, nor in the chilly expanses of Alaska. Even the unique names like Mississippi and Wisconsin didn't find a place for our missing Q. Now, that's a trivia fact you can impress your friends with during your next game night. Ever heard of a beefalo? It's not a mythical creature, but a real animal. Now, imagine this, a cow and a bison, two distinct species brought together in a fascinating crossbreed. This isn't the start of a joke, but the origin story of the beefalo, a truly unique creature. Bison, known for their hardiness, and cows, recognized for their quality meat, were intentionally crossbred in the late 19th century. The aim was to create an animal that could survive harsh conditions while producing high-quality beef, a sort of best of both worlds scenario, if you will. And so, the beefalo was born. Part cow, part bison, and entirely intriguing. This creature is a testament to the incredible blend of nature and human ingenuity. Beefaloes are not only able to thrive in tough environments, but also provide meat that's leaner and more environmentally friendly than typical beef. The beefalo, a unique and surprising product of crossbreeding. Johnny Appleseed, the famous apple planter of America, didn't actually plant apples for eating. That's right, Johnny Appleseed, or John Chapman as he was known in his day, was not growing your typical supermarket apples. So why did he do it? Well, he was a businessman and his real interest was in creating apple nurseries. John Chapman traveled across the American frontier, planting apple seeds to establish these nurseries. But these weren't the sweet, crisp apples we know today. They were small, tart apples not really suitable for eating, but perfect for making apple cider and applejack, a type of strong alcoholic beverage. In the early 19th century, these beverages were safer to drink than water in many places, and they were quite popular. So Johnny Appleseed wasn't just some whimsical wanderer planting apples for the heck of it. He was a savvy entrepreneur with a keen understanding of supply and demand. So the next time you bite into an apple, remember that not all apples are meant to be eaten.